In the tapestry of human history, certain stories transcend time, culture, and religion, stories that carry profound moral lessons and divine wisdom. Among these, the story of Noah, known as Nuh in Islam, stands as one of the most powerful narratives of faith, perseverance, and divine justice. Noah's story is recounted in the Torah, Old Testament, the Bible, New Testament, and the Quran, each offering unique insights while converging on the same essential truths. He was a man chosen by God to deliver a message of righteousness to a civilization drowning in corruption. His life was marked by unyielding patience, unshakable faith, and ultimate salvation, a testament to the mercy of God and the consequences of human arrogance. For centuries, Noah's Ark has been more than just a tale of survival. It is a symbol of hope, divine intervention, and moral awakening. Whether viewed through the lens of Judaism, Christianity, or Islam, Noah's narrative compels us to reflect. How do we respond when truth is rejected? What does it mean to remain steadfast in the face of mockery? And what warnings does this ancient story hold for humanity today? In this video, we will journey through Noah's life as told in the sacred texts, examining his character, his struggle against disbelief, the great flood, and the enduring lessons his story imparts. Noah was no ordinary man. The scriptures describe him as righteous, patient, and deeply devoted to God at a time when society had abandoned morality. In the Torah, Genesis 6:9, Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Unlike his contemporaries, who were consumed by violence and corruption, Noah stood apart, a beacon of virtue in a dark age. In the Quran, Surah Nuh 37:75-76, and indeed, Noah called upon us, and how excellent were we in responding. And we saved him and his family from the great calamity. His prayers were answered because of his unwavering faith. Noah's mission spanned centuries. Some Islamic traditions say he preached for 950 years. Quran 29:14. Imagine dedicating nearly a millennium to calling people to truth, only to be met with ridicule. Yet, he never wavered. He was not just a preacher, but also a builder, a father, and a leader. When God commanded him to construct an ark, a massive vessel in a land with no sea, he obeyed without hesitation. His life teaches us that true faith is not just in words, but in action. Noah's message was simple: worship God alone, abandon evil, and seek forgiveness. But his people responded with arrogance and mockery. The Quran, Surah Nuh 71:5-7, Noah said, "My Lord, I have called my people night and day, but my call only increases their flight. And whenever I call them to your forgiveness, they thrust their fingers into their ears and cover themselves with their garments, persisting in arrogance." The Bible, Matthew 24:37-39, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing until the flood came and took them all away. The people's sins were not just disbelief, they were oppressive, corrupt, and morally bankrupt. They laughed at Noah, asking why a flood would come when there was no sea. Their arrogance blinded them to the signs. Even Noah's own family was divided. His son, in the Quran, and his wife, in some interpretations, rejected his call, proving that truth is not inherited, it is chosen. Despite rejection, Noah continued his mission. God instructed him to build an ark, a test of faith and obedience. The Torah, Genesis 6:14-16. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. You shall make a window for the ark, and finish it to a cubit above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. The Quran, Surah Nuh 11:40. Until when our command came and the oven overflowed, we said, load upon it 2 of each kind, and your family except those against whom the decree has already gone, and the believers. But none believed with him except a few. Noah worked for decades, enduring ridicule. Yet, when the flood came, only the faithful were saved. The flood was not just punishment, it was purification. The Bible, Genesis 7:11-12. All the fountains of the great deep burst forth. Rain fell upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. The Quran, Surah Al-Qamar 54:11-12. So we opened the gates of heaven with pouring rain and caused the earth to burst with springs, and the waters met for a matter already predestined. Noah's ark became a sanctuary. When the waters receded, a new covenant was established, a promise that such destruction would never come again. Genesis 9:11. 1. Steadfastness in truth. Noah never compromised, even after centuries of rejection. 2. Divine justice is real arrogance and corruption lead to downfall. 3. Mercy follows repentance. God saved those who heeded the warning. In today's world of moral decay, Noah's story is a warning and a hope. Noah's legacy is a call to return to righteousness. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more timeless stories. What lesson from Noah's life impacted you most? Let us know in the comments.